Good morning, beloveds, friends, twin flames, soulmates. It's been a while now. For I think a week I skipped because I had a retreat going on, and this weekend also another retreat. So I thought, well, I have to make the video a bit earlier than normal. So I hope it will be released this weekend. If not, know that it's because of the retreat that you have to wait a little bit longer. But you know, waiting makes the heart grow fonder, right? So let's see what's going on in the masculine's mind space. He is going to the space of the tree of life. It means endings and new beginnings, restoring, new cycles are starting, and the old is really dying off. He is searching for nature, searching for higher energies, searching for rest, searching for clearance for himself. And he needs to go into nature, and he is honoring the cycles of life. He starts to honor the cycles of life because he knows when he honors the cycles of life, more abundance will come in his life, more rest will come in his life, and more nurturing will come in his life. So he is really thinking about creating more space for himself, but also ending old circles, ending things that no longer serves him, and that's what's happening in his mind space. He's really trying to make new decisions. It could be ending old contracts, karmic contracts, and really figuring out what belongs with him and what doesn't belong with him. He wants to go with the flow, he wants to go in synchronicity, and that's also what's going on in his heart space. The universe is giving him signs. Let me see. Yeah, the universe is giving him signs for synchronicities. You know, if things don't flow in your life and everything gets blocked, it has a meaning. So you have to walk and look behind the meaning, and walk your talk and see behind the meaning of the things that's happening to you. So it could be that you are not able to see things clearly, and the universe is giving you all the signs which direction you need to go. And sometimes it could be in blocks, sometimes it could be in other areas of your life as love. When you're connected with the realm and you're connected with nature, you will find love everywhere. You will find love around your space. You will find love in the smallest flower, in the smallest tree, you know, in the smallest things in life, you know. But also animals and nature will give you signs that you're on the right track. Maybe you do a ceremony and then you get your confirmation in the sky. You know, all kind of things that will give you the synchronicities, or a clock that hits. You know, when a clock stands still for several years and out of the blue it starts to ring a bell, or it starts to it starts to cling, yeah. Wow. Then you know it is the right confirmation there, or spirit talks to you, or everything. You know, sometimes we get drained by other energies, but when we're going into a higher frequency of energy, everything starts to synchronize, and you will see the signs everywhere where you look. You know, you hear it in a song, or you hear it in a conversation someone says to you. Really take notice of other people's conversations, because most of the time there's a message in for you also. So he is starting to look at the synchronicities. What he is sending out also is returning to him. You know, it's not one-way street. It's and all the synchronicities will give you the explanations, and also will give you the confirmations from the universe that you're on the right track. How does he sees his divine feminine? And he sees the stepping stones. He sees that everything comes closer step by step. But also here the little dragon is a little bit, you know, tired of all the waiting, and you know, also almost dozing asleep. Dozing into sleep. Yeah, that's the right way to say it. And on the horizon there's the sun coming up, and it's in the shape of the river of you know, if you look at the shape, it's the shape of the feminine energy receiving. So she starts to receive from her divine masculine the messages that she needs to hear, and the synchronicities. And there are just little steps closer and closer to come to union. That's what he sees. She's getting closer to his heart every step she makes. It's for her it's pretty difficult to open herself up to him, because there was a lot of pain and heartache, and she just let it happen now. She sees things from a different view, and she let it all go, and that's how he sees her. He sees that she is getting it. He sees, you know, that she can do her own stuff, and still there. He is tuning in on her, and seeing her for who she is. What is the divine feminine headspace? She is the rainbow child. She is this free indigo child, this rainbow child that is connected with the stars, with everything around her. And she is also really grounding her body. And she is not afraid anymore of, you know, stepping in the 3D and getting out. All the karmic programs she had are renewed. So in this renewal of all these programs, sorry guys, I'm starting to release. All the programs she released makes her more stronger in her body and in her mind to travel to all the dimensions and then anchor it in 3D. So 3D doesn't make any big impact on her anymore. So a lot of things are shifting with the rainbow child, with the feminine, and she is really working on it so she can be in 3D and going out in another dimension. That will give her more power to tune in every moment that she wants and go to higher frequencies and higher layers and deeper layers within herself to release all the things that no longer serves her. And she will stand her ground with that, because she knows that will give her more space and more freedom to anchor herself in 3 and 5D realms. You know, she's flowing through all those energy timelines and multidimensional frequencies, that she knows that she has to be this multidimensional being, and being in the 3D also, in this body. And she is helping the universe and helping the earth to transform, so the rainbow children and the warriors, the rainbow light warriors could do the work. And it's been seen by the universe that she's doing the work and the activations, and there out of come the synchronicity she receives and the confirmation that she is on the right path with her work. In her heart space is the emerging. She's emerging from the cocoon to this beautiful butterfly. She did all the inner work. She went through a lot of spaces, layers within herself, and opening up to love and playfulness, and spreading her wings, and really feeling her heart, herself, her she starts to blossom, because all the old karma is released from her system, and that means that she can fly and be free again in her heart space. How does she see the divine masculine? She sees that he needs to restore himself. He needs to rest. He needs a space for comforting, taking action on his own to rejuvenate, to withdraw. She's seeing that he is taking care of his boundaries, that he's not going over his boundaries by doing the things she wants to do. And she sees that, and she honors this, because she knows it would be really nice to do the things together, but if it doesn't match up with his alignment in his feelings, that he needs to rest and restore, that's also fine by her. It's not that she needs him around her to do the things with her. It is just a confirmation that he is taking good care of himself at that moment, and she gives him space for that, instead of pushing through, pulling him in, and releasing, getting his energy. And she is very aware of this, and she honors him for that. She honors him that he can say no. no to the things that um, that she probably wants to do. And I see also with the karmic partner, if with the karmic partner for who is in a third party situation, I see that the karmic party is still going over his boundaries, just pulling him in, just making him feel guilty of not taking care of her, of not being with her, or not, you know, giving her the attention that she deserves. So, and the divine feminine, she knows how he feels and gives him space for that to restore. So there are two different energies in here, that one is the needy one and the other one is like, I'm fine by myself and I will let you go and do your thing, whatever is necessary. So she knows that he needs rest. And she gives him time and his rest. I see that the winter period is even more of going within and withdrawing and being in his own safe space, you know. So what is supporting him? The journey. The journey is supporting him. He is on his way. He is on his way to rediscover himself, to find joy within himself. And he really take up the task now. Could be that he is traveling a lot, you know, from home to work. But also the inner journey. He starts the inner journey because he knows inside he is not ready to give what he thinks he needs to give. And it's also about he needs to stop thinking about old ways of traditional relationships. He still is in that conviction that he needs a traditional relationship, and that's not the way it is. We all need to change our ways of traditional relationships. That's his journey. That is his journey. I see also he has a lot of decisions to make. And, you know, all directions are going through the journey, and there is one that pulls him back in. So it is really about the inner work and the journey that will support him to move on to a higher frequency in himself, so that other people won't take his energy, so he won't get triggered that much. He is going inwards. And also the energy is he starts to follow the light, because the light is guiding him on his path. How does he see the divine feminine? Her heart is broken. That's how he sees her. Because he probably knows that he broke her heart so many times that that she is really done with it, that she is choosing for herself, choosing the directions she needs to go, um, and he is not happy with it, that he breaks her heart again and again, and he tries to make it up to her in different ways. um, I see he also sees that um, she has a strong heart, and that she's also a very forgiving person. It's not that she is a that you can walk all over her, and he's really seeing that he destroyed a lot, and that is still um, his journey. That his journey is also to mend this broken heart, because he found out he loves her, and he loves her so much that he needs to restore some things. And sometimes probably he can't restore everything, but he can make amends, and he can do things to make it easier on her. um, and that's why he's making the journey. Otherwise he will keep on breaking everybody's heart, because of he's not aware, or if he's aware what he's doing, that karma will come back to him again and again, and he knows when he breaks her heart that he breaks his own heart. So that's what's going on at the space at the moment. What is supporting the divine feminine? The door to spirit. She is connecting with spirit. She is listening to the energy. She is walking her path. She is keep connecting. Do her gifts, giving trainings, giving maybe free readings, all of this stuff that will come in. Spirit is opening the door for her. Where she's closing one door, spirit is opening another one. So another energy or another person can enter her life, and journey with her, and doing the work with her. And she knows that they could travel together, and that they will go this path, and walking this path together. How does she seize the divine masculine? That he is making a strategy, thinking in strategical energies, in logic, how to move forward towards her. What's the best approach? How can I do things that she won't get out of my life? How can I keep her in my life? Thinking about it. Yeah, he's thinking a lot, and planning, and how can I do this, and how can I take her with me? How can I journey with her, and come back to this relationship that once was very happy? How can I make her feel better, make her happy? He's thinking all of these things. Yeah. So what is that's how the divine feminine sees that he is making plans and want to move things forward. Probably also in communicating. He's communicating much better than he used to. So what is his challenge? His challenge is still to meditate, to go within and connect with spirit. Probably he doesn't know how to connect with spirit, or he's afraid with spirit to go to spirit. The only thing he can do about this is let the energy go and flow into his body. He doesn't have to leave his body to enter the light. So I think that the divine masculine has a problem with going within, going still, sitting down, taking time and rest and rejuvenate in meditation to be whole and walk his journey. What is he going to do about it? Well, he released his mask. He is releasing his mask. He is showing himself behind all the masks, all the different masks he wore, and he will go beyond the attachment. And that's also what the divine feminine is seeing. He wants to journey. He don't want to be attached to the energies, and he is releasing everything. What is a challenge for the divine feminine is the woman holding the heart. And it could be that she's not aware that she is holding his heart. Maybe she needs to be aware that she's holding his heart. And nobody else can come between that, because and that's her challenge, because it's also very difficult for her to let him go, because she is holding his heart, and and he can't really make if there is a third party around, he can't make a decision because of his divine feminine holding his heart. And what's going on with that is there is no possibility to release this energy by just withdrawing and take it with her, and she is withdrawing from him because of a third party situation, and releasing it. A third party can also be his work or his mother, that doesn't want them to be together, because it hurts the whole family. Doesn't hurt only one person. If there is a separation, you don't hurt one person. You hurt a whole family. You hurt children. You hurt the grandfather, the grandmother. You hurt everybody who is involved, because they see that they failed as a parent. And that can also mean that she is guarding him and don't want him to get his heart broken or through a same situation. But I see with a lot of divine masculine, or a lot of masculines who are around, and they really find their true love, you know. Um, they can't let go of this true love because um, they know that their hearts belongs together. It's the they see the same things in each other. There's the synchronicities that that he has the same issues as she does, but he needs to walk his own journey in that. She can't help him with the mirroring, and he sees that she's growing, that the divine feminine is growing, and the karmic is still stuck in old ways of um, old ways and old hurts. So what she's going to do about him? She is working. She's starting to work in her masculine energy. She's working. The divine feminine is also working for the divine masculine to release him a little bit more of his burdens, so it will be more easier for him to come around. I see she does a lot for him. She's also creating for herself a lot of money. And if I'm going into, I also hear the karmic is still waiting for the man with the coins, because she knows he has money. She knows that she can make him happy with his money. And she's very patient about it. She's very patient about it. And in this patience, she is waiting, just as long that the divine feminine will move out, or will remove herself from the situation, so she will have everything what she was waiting for in the first place. So and she potential there to get herself a better life, and she's not able to make it on her own. She needs the divine masculine to do it for her, and she use all the tools and the tactics to get her divine masculine in, you know. If it's sexuality, or if it's I hear a lot of manipulation, and that will only bring the true love from the twins back together, you know. And I feel the divine masculine is going to see it. It's really seeing that his divine feminine is really has the best interest at heart for him, as she always did. She is supporting her family. She is supporting her still her twin, her partner. So there is no separation from the heart. It's impossible, if you have a twin flame, to remove yourself from his heart space, because The divine feminine and divine masculine are one. You know, they are one, and they know they are soulmates, and they know that they all are carrying the same things that they need to get out of, and they need to grow before union is possible. And we as women, we almost feel that we are ready to take this leap of faith, but it's not always the case. You know, when somebody else is stepping in and really want to put in the effort for you, then you get this withdrawal, because the fear of getting hurt again will kick in sometimes. That's how it is so easy for the divine masculine to detach himself from his heart space and have multiple partners and have a lot of sex around, because he doesn't have any attachment to it, or you know, it's not emotional detached from several partners. What's going on? What combines them together? Patience. They both need to have patience and don't have to force things. And that's what the divine feminine is doing, you know, having patience. She knows that the union will be there, because she knows also that her divine guides are guiding him and guiding her to resolve their broken hearts, to resolve their issues together and bring them back into alignment with each other. And that takes time. It takes time. It takes divine timing. And what will bring them together? The woman who can take care of herself. That will do it. She makes her own money, she makes her own paradigm, she makes her own home, she takes care of others. She's multi-talented, you know, she has a lot of ideas, creativity. She is joyful in life. You know, she goes through her life in joy, in harmony, and yes, she's well established. She makes good money on her own, and that's what will bring them together. You know, because she can share her money with everyone. She can share her love, she can share her energy. So, well, let's see if I can have a clarifier on the strategy and the broken heart. Yeah, the strategy has to do with the second chakra. It's about not to hurting her, not to create more trauma. And Archangel Ariel is taking care of this. I need another one, please. Because he's more in the strategy how he needs to go back, and that needs strength. He is getting himself stronger to go back to his divine feminine, and more strength about the third party situation, so he won't get lured in again, I hear. And the angel of love will take care of the broken heart. You can't, you can only mend a broken heart by love. There are two things. And he knows, oh wow, and he knows that he has to do it. The Divine Masculine has to mend this broken heart, and he knows this. He is the healer of ages, so he and the angel of love will guide him to heal the Divine Feminine's heart. But there is another thing, you know. Yeah. His strategy is to become stronger so she won't walk away again. He don't want her to walk away. He don't want her to leave. So he's thinking about strategies to keep her in. And now when she's walking away, his personal healing and happiness journey starts, because she is still enabling him to walk away from the truth, walk away from his inner work that he needs to do. And when she's walking away, he will have his personal happiness, and the Divine Feminine also will have her personal space, personal happiness. So yeah, he's needing not to strategize about it, but more being guided by the angel of love. By the angel of love, so he can heal his broken heart, but also her broken heart, because as twin flames, you're a one. Your soulmate is really, and that's where the journey starts, right? Let me give me one more card on the restore. He knows that his Divine Feminine appreciates him, that sees him for who he is, who wants to give him everything he needs in his life. And whatever he does, you know, she send it over to the universe and take care of it. She doesn't have to do anything about it, you know. She just be there for him, and giving him the love and the support that he needs. Well, this was the reading for this week. I hope you will have a great evening, a great week. Go with the flow, because the energies are heavy at the moment. Are more heavier energies coming up. A lot of separation is going on, but also a lot in November, a lot of reconciliations will happening next week, and in November till December. So make sure, be aware, walk your journey, do the inner work, and let it all happen and flow. And I see you again next week. Bye bye. Love you.